to sell on the black market were good.
Like he thick, but it ain't worth it.
It's not worth it.
Who all watched it?
Baby, I did.
By force?
His girl Baby Reindeer him.
I was curious. Well, no, she told me to watch. She told me because Nick put it on Twitter and put like caps on shit. So she wanted to watch it.
You didn't
good,
watch
man.
any of it, you said?
Huh?
You didn't watch any of it?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
All right, I watched the first 2 episodes.
My Netflix is cut off. I didn't even pay
Just
the
because
bill.
I wanted to get a sense
just
of
paid it
what
today.
it was about.
Yeah.
Like a
Baby
light
Reindeer, the main guy
budget,
in
bro.
Baby Reindeer wrote and directed. It's about his personal life.
Mhm.
And it started out as a one-man play.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
That's.
I
felt it was like a
leading and
little
streaming
too
service.
like real. Like a lot of it was
Yeah.
a
No, it's
lot
really
of
based on- it's all
intrusive
based on his
thoughts.
life, so yeah,
So
it's
that
real.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, all of it
That's
is real.
Crazy.
He
Okay.
before we get into it, he also tells everybody do not look up anyone from the show.
Yeah.
Do not try to find them. Don't
Yes.
try to attack them. Don't
Too
do
late.
anying.
Did you
Because
really?
that's not what the show's about.
Yeah.
You started looking
Show
up
isn't
some of
about
these
that.
people?
Hell yeah.
You so annoying.
I wanted to see if that show was real. That cotton mouth.
But it started out as a one-man play. He submitted it to a festival, and now Netflix got it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But he...
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. We can rub toes. But but he wrote it, directed it. It's
Not
him
on
in
my
there.
pod.
And I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Like, my people I work with watched it, and the first thing I say to them is, like, he deserved it. First thing I say to them is he deserved whatever. Almost everything that happened to him, there's one thing that happened to him where he did not deserve it.
Can we
But-
get a quick synopsis?
It's just about a guy who works at a bar. He wants to be a famous like comedian or actor, but mainly stand-up comedian.
Fucking carrot.
He's terrible at it. And he ends up, a girl walks into his bar. He looks at her. She looks lonely, sad. So he gives her a drink for free. She ends up coming back nonstop. She ends up being his stalker. And aggressively.
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 Like 300 emails a day.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Damn.
Saying she sent from her iPhone, which she didn't. She just types out sent from iPhone.
God damn.
But it's not her iPhone. And she's like, I'm a lawyer, this, that. Like, I live in a penthouse. And he like follows her home one day. And she lives in a trashy ass spot. Food all over the place. Dirty. Just nasty.
Oh, wow.
And she just sits down and then just starts emailing him immediately.
A little context added in there. When they first met, when she walked into the bar, she just looked sad. So that's the only reason he talked to her, because he felt bad for her. And then he's like, "Can I get you something?" She's like, "I have no money to get anything."
Yeah.
So he gave her a drink just out of like kindness,
Some
and he gave it
water.
to her for free. And then she just started chatting up a storm, and she kept coming back, not getting anything because she said she can't afford anything.
But she said she was a famous
Yes.
lawyer and had all
then,
these really nice things.
saying all that shit. So
was
that
she
was like
plotting on him from jump?
I don't know if I don't think they ever explained if it
gonna
was from
add
Jump.
on.
She just came in.
Hold on, hold
Oh,
on,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
get in on here.
Yeah, I can be on the West mic now.
Okay.
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
She just walked in and he was nice to her.
Yeah.
Okay, it is.
But it was
she had gone to prison for aggressively stalking.
She had stalked a government official.
She had stalked police officers before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the case that showed up on the news was she had stalked a government official.
And didn't she harass his deaf or blind child?
His
One
family, his deaf child or some
of them.
shit.
She harassed her. A blind or a deaf child. I keep getting the disability.
Yeah, she's a serial stalker.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So it's aggressive. But the thing is, like, so throughout
And
the
that's just
show,
the start of the show, right?
yeah, that's the like.
Well, that's
first
just
couple
how
episodes.
that's just the first. I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't get like that in the first episode.
No, yeah, but it
got
gets
like that
juicier and
progressively.
juicier.
It's only
because-
7 episodes.
Yeah. But like he ends up giving in and like playing towards it, like because it makes him feel a certain way. Because he wants to be a stand-up comedian, but he fucking sucks. He doesn't get any attention, so it's getting him the attention that he
wants.
thinks that he wants,
Filling his void.
thinks he deserves. Right. So like when he should be going to the police, he doesn't. And then he doesn't go to the police because of a certain situation that also happened to him in the past that he didn't go to the police about. That had to do with a producer from television.
Writer.
Oh, it was a writer? I thought, yeah. They're all the same to me. But either way, they do what he did. So when he was coming up, doing stand up, he had met the writer at like a little bar. And the writer was like, yo, I like your opinions on my show. How about I come see your set? Seen his set, liked it. He was like, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to make this a thing. And he's like, and then we're going to get a show going, and just made him live up this dream, and then started giving him drugs. And then he's like, come over to my house. And then he goes over his house, and then they do some drugs. And he's like, yeah, we're going to get you a show. Then he thumbs his butt.
It was the finger.
I just called it a thumb. I wanted to.
What?
Yeah. So he like fucks him up. What did they take that time?
I think it's
GHB or something.
Yeah,
Oh, that-
something like that.
So he
that's
ends
a
up
gay
like
drug.
he ends up struggling,
What is that?
and
It is?
A lot of gay people take G.
So wait, hold on. I got to be gay to take it?
You don't have to.
you don't have to be,
What
but
is
if you want to
common-
get some,
It's
I
just
don't want to get none. I just want to sit there high in the safety of my room.
you want to take it or not?
Yes,
the
I don't want
safety
to
of my
I don't want
room.
to like, get my butt touched.
What
You don't have to. I'm saying if you want some, go to a gay man to get it.
What?
That's what Antonio's telling us.
kind of drug is it?
Psychedelic.
Like a-
These two are very interested. Talk to Antonio after the show.
Tony, we're gonna talk to you after this show.
I got you.
Everything bro, they
So that's the thing he didn't
from
deserve.
what he
though.
said that he didn't deserve that. But from
No.
what he said
For the
they
follow-up.
they took
I want to blame
every
this nigga so bad.
basically
It is.
every drug.
It is.
Like he had him doing every drug.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah, because also he had him doing every drug. He did that, fingered his asshole, and then was like, I'm sorry, it'll be better next time. And then he knew what this was leading up to. You don't just get a finger in your butt and it's done there.
Oh, he went back to him?
He kept going back and getting fucked up every time. He skipped his girl's birthday to go and get fucked up with him.
Yeah.
And that's when he got
And kept allowing himself to
assaulted.
get raped.
Yes.
No, he didn't. He only got. He didn't keep getting.
Raped.
Well, no.
Assaulted.
He did get
Assaulted.
when you forcefully give somebody head, that is rape.
No, I mean he didn't like.
He fucked him too.
Yeah, he fucked him too.
Yeah, all of the above.
Yeah, but he didn't. That
Sorry,
was,
kids, turn it off.
That was the pinnacle, like him actually raping him was
What's the-
the pinnacle.
We don't use that word.
Pinnacle?
Assaulted.
You niggas just said that shit
I
like
told you not
5
to.
times.
I told
Nigga,
not
I
to.
say that. Hey,
YouTube will get you for it.
Yeah, no,
We don't.
that was like the pinnacle, but he yeah, he did. He
But my
kept
thing
going
is, you
back.
keep going back, bro. You know where this is going.
Well,
you
he's
know
an
what this
addict
is
at that
leading
point,
to.
right?
I mean,
When he
I
likes the
wouldn't say-
attention
he's
he's
not.
getting-
He's not an addict, and
He's not.
That's what like with that.
It's,
with
he's
that,
an addict.
I
but
wouldn't
not to
say
the
anything
drugs.
about that. I'm not going to say anything about that because when you talk about sexual assault victims, you can't
Yeah.
you can't put yourself in their mindset.
Just
I've
like
heard
Drake Bell.
multiple times of multiple scenarios where a person that happened to them and then they kept going back, but they knew what was happening. But
That's
they,
what I'm
they,
saying. Like,
they kept going back.
He has a lot of a big
Drake
case
Bell
of Stockholm
thing.
syndrome.
The Drake Bell thing.
oh,
The Drake Bell thing, I feel, is a little bit different because he was 15 and his mom was just like, "Yeah, go ahead, take my son."
Well,
and
it's-
then he had nowhere else to go.
But at the end of the day, like in that kind of logic where he's going back, it is some psychological thing because nobody wants to be traumatized. Of course, there's some type of void that he's trying to fill. I'm not saying Drake was trying to fill a void, but he kind of was because at the end of the day, he came straight out first time it happened. Hey, everybody, this happened, but the mental kind of thing, the trauma, like Mike
But
was
I
saying,
mean,
you
like,
can't
bro,
imagine what they're like, how they're thinking.
You
when it
can't, and then
happens.
especially in a situation like that, when you like, bro, how many fucking celebrities came out and said somebody tried to do some bullshit to them or did some bullshit to them when they were trying to come up? Like that was this nigga's
Yeah.
goal. He was trying to come up.
That
So,
too.
like,
That's
this- and this was-
no, you're right.
This
That's the
was
same
this
thing.
guy's
That's
only. This
very
was
good point.
his only connection to that lifestyle.
try
So
to
he's
get
like,
try to get that. That's
Well,
true.
and-
All I'm saying,
That's true.
all I'm saying is, I get that.
like
I hear
just
it.
I just saw something
But,
with that guy.
like,
What's the Deuce
I'm not-
Bigelow guy.
Rob
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 Schneider.
Rob
I just
Schneider.
saw a video, and I never saw the video before. But Rob Schneider said that like when he was coming up, some director that's a famous director invited him to his hotel room and made him do some weird shit, like while trying to audition for the role.
Yeah.
Like they like
I
some
saw
of
that
these,
video.
I'm
Yeah.
glad people are stopping it now.
Some of these people, we don't even know if they're fucking stopping it or not because like I think some people
drawing
There's only so
attention.
much you can do.
they're
They
just
need-
drawing attention to it, but it's like
Yeah,
like
there's no-
these-
it's
but
never
that's
gonna
that's what Rob Schneider was saying. Rob Schneider is a pickle.
Oh, the South Park episode. Yes, I love that.
No.
Bro,
But anyway.
I think that no matter what, like
But it's not just that, like the stalking.
no, the stalking too. I mean, the stalking was one thing,
Bro.
but the stalking, like I do understand. I said that to you before I even watched the show.
Yeah.
Just knowing the premise of the show, I said he probably didn't cut it off
He
because
did
it
worse.
gave him the
validation.
feeling that he was looking for from like trying to be like she treated him like he was famous already
Yeah.
and he wanted to be famous.
Well, his
like,
girlfriend even was talking about like, yo, you like this shit. You
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
like bro,
But
I-
it's
Yeah,
like,
she was
bro,
weird,
he took
clearly.
it to a level that made it even fucking worse, though.
no, he did.
When he went, she wasn't bothering him for a while.
Yeah.
and it bothered him. So he went and fucked her.
That's what me and my girl was
He
talking
didn't
about.
fuck
Like,
her.
did he like?
Definitely watching this today.
No. He didn't fuck her.
Yes, he did.
No. I think
he
it was
was
in his head.
imagining-
It was his. Like,
Bro, I swear they.
No.
but that's
they
what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
No,
these
you
don't
okay?
wanna go fuck
Wait,
her.
Hold on, tell me what happened.
He said it while it was happening. He said
I thought
he did get upset that like
I used to
it
be
bothered him, but
conflicted.
he didn't reach out to her. He imagined it was her because he was having ED while trying to fuck his girlfriend. He couldn't get hard for her, and then he imagined her, and then got hard for
I'm
his
not gonna lie to
girlfriend.
you. When I was watching that, because I was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought he fucked her.
I thought so too.
And then was able to fuck his girl after that. And I was like,
No, he imagined it.
bro, but still, like, that's crazy.
No, it is
it's
crazy.
still
It
crazy.
is.
It is crazy, but he
And
didn't
then,
do
like,
that.
he tried to, bro, he finally got the cops involved. And they're doing their thing. They're working their case. They're like, yeah, this is a dangerous woman. We're going to get a restraining order up against her, this, that, and the other. And, like, he ends up, like, approaching her.
He approached
tried to
her.
entrap her.
No, he tried to do that because she started fucking with his parents
Yeah.
instead of him, and they tried to get the police involved, and then they said that they couldn't. Didn't technically violate his restraining order
Yeah, that's what
because she wasn't harassing him; she was harassing his parents. So then they said something like you need something more threatening or something like that to take it to that level. So he tried to make her say something threatening.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she went to the police, and then they were like, all right, well, you two are little kids, so fuck off. And then whatever. And then
Because
ultimately
she recorded it.
yeah.
and then
She
sent it to
recorded
the police.
everything.
Yeah.
She recorded every one of their conversations.
Bro, it's
What the
so
fuck?
it's
Oh,
so
no.
weird. Well, fast forward to like the end and everything, and she ends up going to jail and everything. But he keeps like a recording of her like compliments to him. And
She
he
kept leaving him
listens-
voicemails.
Yes,
She
And he
no, so
recorded all the voicemails.
he had all the voicemails that she ever left him, but he started organizing them
Yes.
based on the mood she was in
Oh
when
my
she left. him.
God.
right. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He
was
started like a whole
analyzing
assignment of trying to
Well,
figure
like
out what was wrong
well,
with her.
he had like he like he said he was a stand up comedian, and one he had a meltdown on stage, and he came out and said like, you know, this guy took advantage of me. I have a stalker and everything, but he came clean and said a lot of it was my fault. And like my opinion is on it is like, yeah, bro, a lot of that stuff does suck, but like also I feel like the power of like just know is so powerful. Or the power of just like standing up for yourself.
That's what I was about to ask. Is
Yeah.
that the moral
Yeah.
of the story?
Basically, he's
Is
saying,
be your own
yeah,
hero, stand
Yeah.
up for yourself.
Yeah.
look
Right.
out
Because he
for
doesn't want you to
yourself.
feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He wants you to know, like, bro, you don't have to do this.
You don't have to be a
You
victim.
don't have to go to this. You
Oh,
don't have to.
One of the main like fire starters of it was she was at the bar and his friends came up and was like, "Oh, is this your girlfriend? Go out with her. Go out with her. Go out with her." And he had a little inner monologue where he was saying, he's like, "I definitely want nothing to do with this, and I don't want to make it worse, but I just want to shut these guys up to make this awkward conversation go away." So he was like, because she said, "Oh, I need you to come hang up the curtains at my house." And so he goes like, "Oh, hang up your curtains." And then he goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." And the guys start laughing, but she's like serious to him. So then in his head, he's like, wait a minute. She took that seriously and isn't laughing. So now she took that as like an invitation saying, "I want to fuck you."
Yeah.
So that's what ticked it off for her to be like, "Oh yeah, this is a thing because you want to fuck me." And she held that over him, saying like when he would be like, no, just friends, she'd be like, "Well, what about hanging up my curtains?" And she would bring that up all the time.
Yep.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that to be honest, I don't really think that there is a moral to the story, but
Okay.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
But if there is a moral to the story, I don't think it's. I think it's that like you have to address your own issues, like
Yeah.
because a person that didn't have the issues that he had wouldn't have responded the way that he responded.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have let it go on, or they wouldn't have did what
Yeah.
like this or that, or like let it interfere. Like all of
communication.
his problems came from like his fears and insecurities.
Yes.
and he like
So maybe he didn't deserve it.
no, I mean
It's like
The stalker thing.
Everyone's
Everyone's
yeah.
My
It's
thing
like,
is like, bro, if you know,
Please watch it,
it's hard for me. It's hard for me because with every situation,
I'm sorry, y'all just threw me
Yo,
off.
I mean,
It's hard for me because with every situation I'm in, I'm like, okay, well, I don't ever want to be in this situation again. So I do my best to never be in that situation again.
100%.
Right.
Like when I used to go take photos during certain events, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I don't go do it anymore. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not doing that anymore.
Well, that's because we're Americans and we can say no.
well, no, I mean, I don't think it's that. It's just
No,
that,
I just
no, because
Okay.
no,
he's not. Yeah, he's Scottish.
but everybody has different things, bro. Like it's
And
like
limits.
it's-
And
But like,
limitations.
also, like, I don't
like,
care about people noticing me. I don't give a fuck about like, oh shit, I'm making people laugh. Like his thing was wanting to make people laugh, wanting to be
That
famous,
validation,
wanted to get there.
no, actually, so it wasn't that. And he said something, and it caught me. It caught me like it caught me off guard when I heard it, and then I was like, oh shit, and I like had to like think about it.
Yeah, tell me.
He said he wanted to be famous because fame encompasses judgment. He said that when somebody sees you, they see you as famous and they don't see you as your insecurities. So like he said that if they saw him, they'd be like, oh, he's that guy from that thing, not he's a fucking loser, or like this, like who's this fucking random, like, and that's what he was going for. It wasn't fame for the sake of like he wanted to be successful.
Yeah.
He wanted to be famous so that
Either way, he still wanted fame.
he wasn't
Right.
insecure.
And so
No, he wanted security.
I would say
Like he
but he
wanted
was using
to,
fame to get there.
right.
but he
That's my
didn't.
thing.
Because he said that
Yeah.
when he gave up the idea that like the fame was what was going to give him that, and then he broke down in front of the crowd, which was like what he was he put what he was feared what he feared in front of everyone.
Yeah.
That made him famous, not the
Yeah.
other way around.
Yeah.
So
Love
he
that.
was like
Love that.
and then he ended up giving up comedy after that and shit like that. But like
he wasn't that
regardless,
funny.
I mean, like no matter what,
That was his
everyone-
real act.
Everyone,
Dude, I got to use the bathroom.
everyone has their thing.
I got 2 mics.
Two Mike Shouty.
2 mics. Shout.
I think everyone has their thing, and it's like if you don't address that thing, then of course, like you're gonna keep going through like cyclical kind of issues. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna keep facing those things. Because I mean, like even in the end, he ended up going back to talk to the writer, and
Yeah. Yeah.
After-
Still
He
working
took
together.
another job.
yeah, so the writer, the
It's
situation
crazy,
with the writer
That's
happened
crazy,
before
crazy.
the stalker
Yeah.
situation. Like, yeah, so and the stalker situation lasted 2 years. So this happened at
What the
least
fuck?
at least the situation with the writer happened at least 2 years before like the end of this
Because
show.
how long was he dating that girl?
It
He was
didn't-
dating her
it never
for.
said.
I thought he was dating her for a minute because like he was in and out like her mom's crib.
Yeah, because the writer thing happened during that
Yeah.
while he was dating her.
So it must have been like some years.
Well, it was before. It started before. 'cause
I'm talking
he-
about like the downfall of the writing.
Oh
like,
yeah,
being-
yeah. That was while they were like that was why they broke up.
You could tell you could tell his intentions from the start.
Boy, if that actor was,
Bro,
if
he was all in his
if
face.
that was method acting, bro, and that dude was like, if that was his actual body language, I would have been like, what the fuck? But me and Boudreaux were talking about that shit before, bro. That shit gets
Boudreaux watched
people.
that shit.
Boudreaux told me to watch it too, but
Yeah.
that
That's
shit
what
gets
Boudreaux-
people, bro. Like if you were, I read this in a book recently. I was gonna let you borrow it too.
Thank you.
It's called 10 Artist Commandments, and one of the things
Notice
in
they
the
didn't
book,
say me.
Well,
no,
no, you're safe.
Racism.
in the book it said something about like be hungry but don't be thirsty, because he's like
I've heard that before.
like 'cause,
yeah.
like you can be hungry and be like going after this, but if you're thirsty, people can smell that out, and then they'll be like,
and they take advantage of
and they
you.
take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what happened. Like this
Yeah.
dude, because what happened was he overheard some other people at this private event talking about a show that they were working on,
Mhm.
and he interjected in the conversation. The people were twats, and then they like kind of walked off. And then this dude, the writer, approached him after seeing that conversation,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and like he kind of like. And then he just kind of like approached him from the side and was just like, "Hey, yeah, you know, blah 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 blah." And so he was the writer was the actual person of power, and the people that were initially talking were just like some low level people that were involved in the show.
NPCs.
But
I
like
think they
he's,
were his assistant.
yeah, was it one of the guy
The
that he
the
talked
main
to was
guy.
his
Yeah.
assistant, and he was like, he peeped it, like he saw what was going on, and then he just kind of found a way in right there. But like Nick said, like, bro, if anybody talked to me like that,
red
I'll be
flag
like,
That's
fuck
why
is
it's
wrong?
hard
Nigga,
for
get
me
away
to
from me.
feel bad
for him.
because
but I
I'm
don't-
going through my perspective.
Yeah.
but I don't think that he wants you to feel bad. I
No,
think
he
doesn't
says
want-
that he doesn't want you to.
I interpret this like
I think it sounds like it's just him telling his story.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
it's
what I
not
said.
More
That's what I
so,
said.
No, really.
I wouldn't say it's like he deserved it or he doesn't deserve what happened for him. It's more the
stalker
choices
shit.
that he made, and it's kind of like
I don't like so deserving saying the word deserves makes it sound like you like are placing blame or something like
Right.
that.
Let me
but-
try and rephrase in a different
It's not
way.
even that. It's like you
That's stalker shit.
you reaped what you sowed in
Boom.
that
Okay.
situation.
Bam.
Like that is
it's saying you had it coming.
yes. I mean
Yes, that's
like,
what
like
I-
that
There we
was
go.
the
Yeah,
natural.
he had it coming.
Like bro,
Not-
like and that's like it's not
but
like
he was playing the game.
yeah,
It
like
got played back.
Exactly.
then.
it's,
Like,
it's
that's
not
gonna
even
happen.
like I wouldn't even say it like that, bro. It's literally just like if you so like all of us have been in situations like this where it's like somebody could tell you don't do that, and then you're like, yeah, we'll see,
Right.
and then what
Let's set
they
an entire backyard on fire.
sure, and then whatever happens, and then it's like.
What the
Like,
fuck, man?
That's how I interpret it. Like if
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
like I interpret things like I'm the person's
Arrest
friend,
this man.
and I'm like I would never say that like my friend deserved for this thing to happen.
Right.
But if I advised you against it, or I knew where this was going,
Right.
or whatever,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Well,
there's nothing I can do for you.
Yeah.
I do like you.
See, I'm the other, like if I tell you like, yo, this is about to happen, don't do that, and you do it, I go, well, you deserve that.
it's a line.
That's
It's a
me.
line. You both are.
it's
you
just
both are right.
It's just accountability.
You're-
Like,
yeah, that's really what it comes down to.
it's not that,
Because
it's not that you deserved it. It's that you earned it.
it doesn't.
Yeah, but if you earned it, you deserved it.
Yeah.
It's you
I
both
think
are
we're
right.
all-
Honestly,
yeah,
you both
just
are right
think we're all saying
because
the
he put
same
himself
thing.
in a position.
I don't think we should use his situation.
To unfortunately be taken advantage of. However, it doesn't take the blame off the aggressors, the stalker, and
Right.
No,
and the
hell no.
assaulter.
Exactly.
Those
You
people,
know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
But-
should be hung at
It
the.
all depends on the people
so
that you
like
are.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it,
Very good point.
saying he deserves it, it's harsh
Yeah.
because but
Yeah.
he kind of
He
does.
had it coming.
He had it coming.
He had it coming.
But
Yeah.
there's
And
still pieces of shit for even doing that to him.
You should have. I mean, again, I'm coming from my perspective because, like, somebody like that should not be out in the open.
Yeah.
They should not be out in the wild. So instead of going back and working with this man, you should have reported that man
Yeah.
yeah.
for what he did because you're not the only one he's doing
And he
this
kept
to.
going back.
Well, no, I'm talking about like afterwards, after he like figured out his own shit, after he got old girl put in jail.
Because to today
everything like
he
that.
hasn't reported it from what I
No,
understand.
he's
right?
not.
Yes,
No,
no.
And
that's
he's
the
like,
thing,
don't
like,
search for him either, too, right?
yeah.
Well, he said, yeah, don't search for him.
But you know he's not the only victim.
Of
No,
course
he's
not.
not.
No, of course.
But
Yeah,
it's like
that's
this
a-
guy has
So
done this.
That's where that's where part of my problem is too. And I know there's also a mentality of that as well because a lot of people like I don't know.
It even it showed it firsthand when she sexually assaulted him when they were
did.
like in that
He,
pier.
like,
She
yeah.
grabbed it. She grabbed his
She-
crotch, and he just immediately. It showed up
Yeah,
like
he
a
just
close up
froze.
like Oppenheimer shot where it was like blurring the back, and he was sweating wise,
yeah,
eyes
that was
wide
before
open.
you knew what happened to him.
And
Yeah.
that
Wow.
like when that happened, not a word was said. He didn't say a single thing, and then she took her hand off it and then like hugged his chest, and he just sat there silently frozen. So like, it's just maybe one of those
He
things
didn't
where
deserve that.
he genuinely in his head is like, you can't process that
Yeah.
shit.
He told her to leave me alone. He's like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And she kept following him.
Wow.
And he turned around. He's like, I will fuck you up. And then that's when she did what she did.
Yeah, I mean, like in a situation like that, bro, it's like
That is-
like
that
when
is
you. I don't
reported.
think you can think of it in such a like a. I mean, you can, but I don't think it's correct to think of it in such a black and white.
No,
way.
very
No,
not.
there's
Because
it's
it's
not.
not.
That's what's
Very
hard
That's what I'm
for me
saying.
to
You
do.
both are right.
And that's what
Yeah.
You both are right.
And in
Yeah.
and in this situation
Right or wrong?
specifically, like that's
Yeah.
what
No.
that's what I was saying. Like I said exactly what you said. I don't really judge it because I feel like it is. He's just telling a story.
Yeah.
Like I remember fucking reading in this book that some fucking editor was like rejected fucking Anne Frank's diary. Like How do you reject a diary? How do you criticize a diary? It's like, bro, it wasn't written for your consumption. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, this was made for your consumption, but the story itself isn't like a story to be consumed. It's literally
I
just,
get what you mean.
it's just a story. Like,
What's wrong?
like one of the most fucking famous philosophy books is Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and that is just a diary. It's just like it's just
That's crazy.
It's just thoughts that he had to himself. And
What if I gave you my diary?
I mean, if you had some wise shit to say, like if you was talking to yourself like he was talking to himself, like,
God damn.
I'd be like, yo, this nigga spitting in this bitch, bro.
I'm not.
Nigga gonna be talking about her areolas.
No,
I'm not spitting.
Everybody was saying, like, everything he was saying was meant to be taken for himself. But like, I interpret this in the same way that I interpret that, where it's like, this is just his story, bro. Like, I don't. There's.
Yeah.
It's
you
not.
can take from it what you want.
Yeah.
Cautionary
I mean,
tale.
yeah,
It
'cause
sounds
I
like
take
that's
something
a
from
good.
it.
That's a
maybe
good way to put it.
cautionary tale.
That's
Yeah.
a great way to put
I'm gonna
it.
watch it tonight.
Oh, he 100%.
You
Like,
should.
I
It's
do
really
think
good.
there's like a reason to it, because like when you think of wanting to make something based off your life, when you want to make something that's based off your life, and now it's just from a personal perspective, not from a big filmmaker. Not saying he's a big filmmaker, anyways. There's got to be something that clicked to you where you're like, I learned something. There's something of value to this story so I want to tell it. You're not just like, oh, you know what? I want to get famous. I'm just to tell part of my life. Yeah. No, there's something that sticks to you.
Yeah.
But how you're saying it's personal to him.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to just tell people like something in my life that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then
think
it's
that
like,
was
what you guys
beautiful.
want to take it.
No,
How
it
do you want to
was-
take it? Because as I was watching it, I was very like, it was very like PTSD-ish, because like I saw both sides of it,
Yeah.
where like not the stalking point, but there was
I was about to say,
yeah.
I saw both. sides.
It was an extreme on both ends,
the
where
assaulter,
sometimes
sir.
you know
The
you
assaulter.
sometimes
What did you do in Cancun?
Someone call the police on this motherfucker.
no, but it's more so like when she would be like, oh, I like you more than, at least insinuate, I can't quote her, but like insinuate that she was more for friends. He would say we weren't, but sometimes he would let it slide.
Yeah.
And like I got it from her point of view and my point of view, like, or his
Yeah,
point of
because
view.
there have
where I
been
was
people
like,
in everyone's life where they're like, they know what your intentions are and they like the attention, so they let that shit go.
You let it go a little too long.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And,
Bro, I mean,
and then the other way
It's
around,
happened.
where
I think all of us have been both sides of that coin.
of course, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a
there's
very
even-
human. It's a very human project,
Right.
Like,
So
Yeah,
when
but
I
you're
was seeing those
watching
things, it felt
yeah.
visceral, especially like not especially, but the part where he was saying like, "Oh, the guys are chanting me on, and I just want to get over this awkward conversation." People have been there. You
I
know?
think the
Like,
point
they're
when
just
he
like, "Oh,
finally
yeah."
breaks down and tells his whole story,
Wow.
because he's doing it at the finale of his stand-up competition, and it's like he's at his breaking point.
This was after she had just smacked a fucking glass against his head.
Yeah,
in the bar.
so he
She
was-
came in the bar.
Yeah.
She came in the bar, and after she had been banned from the bar, but this was after the police had dropped the case. Like, they said, "Fuck it." She came in the bar, and none of the managers were out. Neither of the managers were there to remove her. So she came in and she was like, "I need water. You can't turn me away because I'm on my period." So then she pours water, and then she tells one of the patrons in the bar, "Hey, look up shite comedian, like blows it or whatever." And then she's talking to one of the guys in the bar, like making fun of this dude to his face.
Right.
And then he gets pissed. And then he's
I'm
like,
gonna lie to you, this was a proud
yeah,
moment for me.
He was like, "Look up serial stalker harasses deaf
No,
or
say
chancellor."
it like he said it.
I don't remember what he said. It was
God
like,
damn it.
You want to get this guy
sick.
accent?
yeah.
No, because he said it so
Yeah, he was
dramatic.
like-
Look.
He was
up.
like,
He was angry,
serial
bro.
stalker harasses barrister's child.
But she was deaf child.
Deaf child.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
his
"You
disability
fucking
mixed up.
ruined it. You fucking ruined it." And she grabbed a glass and smacked it against his head. And then he beats
Immediately
her ass.
beat
Yeah.
the
He was
shit.
like, bitch. And she like
Banked her shit.
She ate that shit.
You
though.
fucking ruined it.
She did.
And,
She looked
yeah,
like
it
she could.
You ruined it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah,
Baby
ruined what?
reindeer.
Yeah, and then he went to that, and then he broke down, and his boys were there.
Oh shit.
And before that, they were like, "Hey, you can't report this to the police
They wouldn't.
Because
we
they
weren't here
outside. So
and-
they would have got fired.
They would have got fired. So they're like, you can't report this. That's what they told him. So he was at was his ex there? The finale?
No, she wasn't there.
No, no, she wasn't there.
No, it was just the guys.
So yeah, he was, and then he just broke down, said everything that happened to him, and I think at that point you can kind of see where it felt better for him.
Yeah,
just
like,
getting it out.
He
yeah,
felt
like
lighter.
lifted his
Like
lifted the weight
everything
off his
just went
shoulder.
away.
Wow.
It was
Because
to that
every-
part too. Will he had to tell his parents?
Yeah, which
That was
that was,
later on.
oh my god, that
was
part,
later
bro.
on.
We're gonna get to that in like 2 seconds, but
Yo.
when he came out and like sold it all right then and there, and somebody got up, he goes, "No, you're gonna fucking listen to this whole story.
Whoa.
Sit the fuck down."
No,
Like,
no,
bro,
no.
that shit was like, but it was like you.
no room
That,
for
at
him.
that point, it wasn't acting. Like that was him retelling his story. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Wow.
genuine emotion.
Yeah.
Like so that at that point you can see all of that hate go away. And that's why I think like when you said like he became famous from it, I think that's when he realized like this is what it is.
No,
And
I
this
mean, like, yeah,
is me.
he didn't expect that, and that wasn't his intentions. But
No,
like,
but I'm thinking like when he said it out loud, that's when he realized himself like this is a part of me.
yeah,
accepted
like he
it
had
at
to
that
Yeah,
accept
point.
it.
that's his accepting when he said it out
because
loud. Because we can say it in our heads all
there
day.
was more complication than just like, so there was the complication of like he said that he feared judgment. He also was like after he got sexually assaulted, he started questioning his sexuality.
Yeah, so
and then he started
having
like
sex with
having
everybody.
sex with everybody, and then he started
Fine-ass
dating
nigga.
It'd be like that
he started
sometimes.
dating a trans woman,
Mhm.
but he was ashamed because he didn't want to be judged for dating a trans woman. Like he
Yeah.
couldn't come to terms with
Dude.
it.
Yeah,
Fumbled.
dick
dude.
of a
I
move.
would- oof.
So like
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
He
hated
fumbled
it,
the
bro.
bad
Dick of a
one,
move,
dude.
but
She was
bro,
not
if you're gonna love somebody, love them for everything they are.
Right.